We are so excited. I am so excited. Welcome to the show. We have to talk about this phenomenon, K-pop Demon Hunters. You are the singing voices of the three main characters here. Yeah, that's you. Yeah. You're a K-pop group called Huntrix that also fights demons. Yeah.
You look great.
This has been a phenomenon. Congratulations on every single thing. I'm so honored to have you here. I know you made an appearance on Saturday Night Live this past weekend.
The freeze frame.
What has it all been like? How's it feeling right now? What are you feeling like?
Oh my gosh, surreal.
We try to come up with new adjectives.
I know.
Yeah.
Every time.
Like
Scrumptious, we said?
delicious.
Yeah, scrumptious, scrumptious, delicious is good.
Yeah.
Stunning, yeah.
Yeah.
Did you ever think you would do Saturday Night Live?
No, that's crazy. It's so insane.
Yeah, it's wild.
Literal dream come true.
Truly.
I think.
Yeah.
The 10-year-old in me just came to life being on set. Like Audrey said, it kind of reminded us of being like in theater camp.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
Because it is live
Yeah.
theater, basically.
Literally, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's been such a giant thing. It's been streamed over 362 million times
For real?
Really?
around the world. Soundtrack is breaking all sorts of records. I want to read some of these right here, if you don't mind. The soundtrack has been on the Billboard 200 for 15 weeks. Golden was number one on the Billboard Hot 100 for 8 weeks and longest running number one of the year on Global 200 singles chart. Golden is the first number one female K-pop song in the history of the Hot 100, and you are the longest running number one girl group of the century on Hot 100, beating Destiny's Child. Yes!
Thank you.
What have been some of the best reactions that you've gotten so far?
Oh, man. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, well, for me, it was just, I went to Korea recently and I had a mask and a hat on, but they recognized me somehow, and the whole cabin crew came through to my seat and
The pilot.
said hello, and also the pilot, both of them.
Hopefully
I know,
not at the same time. Okay, good. One was flying the plane, and one was saying hi.
No one
But
was
yeah,
flying.
it was
Yeah.
amazing.
Autopilot.
How about you?
Honestly, I went to Korea as well a few weeks after the film was really taking off, and I got off at Dongdaemun Station, and this cute little grandpa was doing a street performance of Golden on this traditional Korean instrument. He was so swagged out, like his outfit was fire. And I had to literally do a double take because, you know, in Korean culture, I think it's especially impressive if a person of elderly is impressed with you. Because, you know, you can get into an Ivy League, you can graduate top of your class. It's just like, oh yeah, that makes sense. That's what it should have been.
They don't compliment. It's really hard.
it's really hard to get like,
so picky.
yeah, they have high standards.
Yeah.
So for like the, you know, the older people in
The older generation, to embrace it.
To embrace it is something different.
Yeah, 100%.
So different.
I was going to H Mart the other day just to pick up some cup noodles because I like to travel with them.
Okay. We love
and
H Mart.
That's my the favorite place in LA on 6th Street. You'll find me there if you want to spot me there. Actually, don't. That would
That's
scare
hilarious.
me. I was walking in. It was right after rehearsal, actually, and I just hear this little 5-year-old boy singing Golden at the top of his lungs, smiling ear to ear, holding his mom's hand, and he's like, "Born to be," and
Wow. Hey.
I whipped my head, and I was like, "There is no way this
Yes.
child chose to, of all songs to sing, he chose Golden." And I think it's one thing to hear our song on the radio, but to hear it come out of a child live
In H Mart?
in H Mart, my
In H Mart, of course.
In the kimchi
honor.
section, you
In the
know?
kimchi section.
Yeah.
I just cried at H Mart.
My kids You cried at H Mart. My kids were singing it. In fact, this past weekend we were playing a board game, and my daughter sang it for about an hour straight.
Wow.
Yeah, and I didn't mind it. I loved it. I actually loved it. And she kept going up, and then she was trying to hit the next octave. I don't know how you do that, but we'll hear it tonight.
Yes,
It's amazing. Your vocal range is impossible. It's so good. It is such a great song. I watched it and I go, oh, this will be fun. I'll watch it with my daughters, and I go, hey, this music's actually phenomenal. This is great. I got so into it. I loved it. I'm like, let's do it again. Let's play it all day long. I love it. And you were telling me backstage how emotional. You were getting emotional responses from kids who didn't have. Like, you were saying when you were growing up, you didn't really have movies like this.
Yeah.
And could you just tell me that one more time? Because I think it got to me.
Yeah, totally. I mean, this movie has affected us all so much on an emotional level. I'm emotionally constipated, so I take a very, very long time to process my emotions.
Okay.
But I
That's
guess I
fine.
was due for a cry the day of the premiere because literally 5 minutes into the film, I'm like bawling my eyes out. And it's weird because the thing that got me was seeing kimbap, which is a Korean food. It's like a Korean rice roll, animated on screen because, I mean, I just remember I grew up, I was one of very few Korean kids in my school district. So I would pack my kimbap in my Barbie lunchbox, you know, my container, and I would just be sneaking little pieces one by one because I didn't want the stanky kimbap to be a reason why kids would, you know, alienate
And the
me.
kimchi.
Yeah, and just all the stinky foods. I would just be like,
So you would hide your own
yeah, I would
lunch.
hide it, and I would just, you know, like one piece at a time, close. One piece at a time, close. I think that's a feeling so many Korean Americans can relate to growing up here.
It's so sad. I think
It is
that's-
really sad.
you should be able to eat your lunch in front of the other kids.
And she's a baby.
I know.
She's like a child
I
doing
know.
that. That's so heartbreaking.
But that I love that. The first 5 minutes of the movie, you're seeing that, and you go, "That's what got you." Go, "Yeah, already
I
things are
didn't
changing."
expect it. I was
sitting-
like, wow, that hurt a nerve that like I forgot that I even had, you know. But I think that's a very relatable feeling for all of us.
100%.
I want to talk a little bit about Golden in particular because you co-wrote this soundtrack,
Yes.
and you actually made this while you were in your car.
Yeah, on the way to the dentist.
All right, so it didn't happen after the dentist.
no,
okay,
it
it
was
wasn't.
on the way to
It
the
was on the way
dentist.
to the dentist.
Yeah,
You go,
yeah.
I'm getting inspired.
No. I was in the car, the cab, and on the way to dentist, that's when I received the track from the amazing, you know, Black Label, the producers,
Yeah.
Teddy, 24, Ito, and also Ian Eisendrath, our music director. And so I received the track, and the track was just so beautiful. The intro is so beautiful, and this rarely happens, but like it just instantly I got like inspiration from it melodically, and then I have like a recording. Immediately I had to record it, so I got a voice memo. I was just like, yeah.
You knew that.
And then the second time I did it, another one I did.
So you had that on your phone? What if it was called That would
You
have
were
been.
here- I have the voice memo, and you could hear me just going. I don't know what I was saying. It's just gibberish. And then I was just excited. I went to have my Zoom session, and we finished a song, and we're just like, wow. Like Mark, my co-writer, we were just like, we finished a song, we're just like, wait, is this a smash? Like,
This feels good.
It felt really good, yeah.
Something strange happened while recording with one of you. Who has that story?
Yeah, me.
That happened to you as well?
Are you talking about the ghost
Yes.
story?
Please tell me.
Yes.
Because this just
Yeah.
freaks me out.
I know, it freaks me out every time. Yeah. So yeah, I saw Ghost while recording Golden. So what happened was, you know, midway, you know, my knob wasn't working because you know in the studio, like there's a knob for volume and everything.
Yeah.
So volume wasn't working, and when that doesn't happen, when that happens, assistant engineer would come in. Shout out to Sully, and he would come in, and so yeah, it wasn't working. So I was like, hey, Sully, it's not working. And I heard him walk in, you know, open the door, his footsteps, and I look up because it started working again. I was like, oh, actually, Sully, it's okay. And I look up, and there was no one. And for a split second, though, like 0.3 millisecond, I saw a tall dude with a flannel. And
was a grunge ghost.
He was like a
He was
grunge, yeah,
grungy.
with blue jeans.
Was it grunge ghost?
Yeah, like, he wore a flat. It was super tall. And I saw for a split second, he like walking towards me, but like But it was just like for, again, split second, and immediately Ian Eisendreth, our music director, was like, okay, ladies, let's get back to work. So no time to digest the situation.
Okay.
And then the next day, I went to the studio again. I was like, hey guys, so like, how old is this building? And they were like, well, did you see a ghost? And I was like, yeah, like.
I did actually.
You know, he was like, was it a girl or a guy? And I was like, oh, it's a guy. And he was like, oh, he's the third floor.
There's a guy goes on the third floor.
And the fourth floor is a woman ghost.
But there's some old.
Yeah, so and then there's a saying, what's crazy, what mom reminded me later, she was like, there's a myth in Korea in the studio, in the music labels, if you see a ghost or any paranormal activity while recording a song, it's a hit. So
here's to seeing more ghosts.
thank you.
Many more ghosts.
Thank you, ghosts.
I want to see many more ghosts.
Flannels and ghosts, yes.
Not only are you performing tonight, I'm so excited. I just want to let everyone know at home, the rehearsals were packed here. And usually in our afternoon, we just keep just the crew. But everyone, there's so much buzz around you guys. And it was like, honestly, having, I don't know how to describe who was here. The Beatles are here today or something. You know, everyone wanted to hear you guys. And you delivered at rehearsal and went for it. And wait till you hear it. It's so great. And I'm so honored that you're here tonight to perform it live for us. So thank you for playing Golding for us later. But also, you brought everyone some Huntrix merch to go home with. Everybody. Everyone in the audience is getting some. And because you were nice enough to bring us something, we have something for you too.
Pet turtle?
No. I'm honored to be the first person, this is real, to tell you that. K-pop Demon Hunters, you got them platinum, guys. You guys went platinum. You have a platinum record. This is for you. You have a platinum record. Congratulations! It's real! This is it! Congratulations! EJ, Audrey Luna, Ray, Ami, K-pop Demon Hunters is streaming on Netflix, and the soundtrack is available now. They're performing Golden after the break. Stick around.